Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Right. Something we've talked about if we ever moved off the boats is that we would love to find a piece of land, start our own small holding, grow our own veggies, maybe host the odd supper club and live that simple life. Well, our friend Jack has just started his very own market garden and we're off to spend the day with him to see what it's all about.
We're Jack and Gabby and we make videos about alternative living and our life on the water. If you don't already, please hit subscribe and come along for the journey.
Here we are. There's Jack working away. It's worth saying that it's still like early days for this place being set up. Like, how long have you been down here for?
3 months full time.
3 months full time, and just like in that period this has changed so much. Like, it just started off as literally scrubland the last time we saw it, and now there is so much going on, and I just love how there's so many different pockets of things to go and find and see. So let's have a little wander around. I think that's the herb garden over there.
This part is what Jack calls the herb arena. I think it's because he's built like bark tracks around all of it so you can walk through all of the different herbs. Just to clarify, we've got two Jacks. We've got this Tone Life Jack and then Jack the market gardener. So to differentiate, we've been friends for a long time. The market gardener Jack gets called Northern Jack because he's from the north.
Lives in the north.
And Jack from this Tone Life gets called Southern Jack because he lives in the south.
Lives in the south.
So that's how we differentiate each other when we're together. But anyway, Jack has got like so many different herbs growing here. So he supplies Anello, which is like a local pizza restaurant. The plan is to supply a lot of other restaurants which focus on like seasonal local produce. So he's trying to grow as much as he can, really. So we've got fennel when you first walk in. Is that what's in your mouth right now?
Yeah.
And review.
Lovely.
Lovely fennel.
It's really, really vibrant. It's so tasty. It's great though, isn't it? Just, you know, coming in straight from the plant.
Have a nibble.
Probably shouldn't be just nibbling our way around, but
No, you're eating the profits.
it's kind of irresistible though, isn't it? It's amazing.
But yeah, he's got everything that you would normally have, like rosemary, loads and loads of thyme, mint, and then things like lavender, sorrel. I mean, there's loads, just see what you can spot, but it's a very impressive herb garden, which, shall we try and replicate on the boat?
Ooh, try a bit of that. I don't know what that is.
Ooh,
That's lovage.
I've not swallowed that.
I've never tried lovage before.
I feel like it needs a bit of cooking first.
I think that would be great in a salad though.
Anyway, we would like to replicate this on the boat. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think we're gonna, rather than having solar panels on our roof, we could just take them all off
Herb roof.
and just have a massive herb roof, like one of those living roofs. What's amazing is the amount of work that has gone in here. So like all the compost obviously wasn't here originally. That has been like shifted down from the gate up there all the way onto here. Like Jack has built all of these beds by hand pretty much, and there's loads more growing space that's waiting to be used underneath the plastic sheeting. I think using like the no dig method.
Yeah, so
is that the idea?
The ground is just full of rubble, so there's no way we could really like do traditional farming or whatever. So yeah, so we just had to build it all on top of it. That's hopefully just making sure that nothing's growing in it, so we can peel it back as we need it.
How long did it take shifting all the compost down?
I don't even want to know. I did have help. Had a few helpers from the restaurant, but still an awful long time.
Yeah.
Back breaking work. Do you remember that really hot spell we had?
Yeah.
Dead.
Right, okay. What have you got going?
So these are different types of chicories. Got peas. To be honest, this year is just a bit of a see what grows whilst we're putting in the infrastructure. A few different types of chard, different rhubarb, peas are doing really well. There's an Italian broccoli that's very hard to find, but everyone just imports in.
Yeah.
So that's been planted there, so we'll see how that goes. So yeah, not an awful lot, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
What's with the like the rhubarb at the end of each row? Is that just because you're in Yorkshire?
We got gifted them.
Right.
When people found out we were doing this, people were very excited to just pop down with all the different bits and bobs.
Yeah.
And also I've read that they deter aphids and things. So
Oh, okay.
I don't know whether it's true. I'll let you know
Yeah.
when everything's been eaten by everything. I'll tell you that it doesn't work, but you know, got to try, haven't you?
You're such a baby. This thing is like. This is Mabel. She's Jack's dog, and she is possibly the cutest dog in the world.
She knows it.
Who do you reckon's cuter, Tilly or this feral little thing? Let us know in the comments.
Towards the end of the garden is this polytunnel structure. So as we said, it's kind of in the early days, the market garden, so it's still in the stages of setting it all up. So next year, Jack will probably be a lot busier with, you know, plants growing everywhere and supplying lots of restaurants. But at the minute, it's all part of building it up. But at the end of the polytunnel, at the end of the garden, is probably the nicest surprise, just through this little bit of wild overgrown grasses. At the end of the garden are these two lovely little beehives, which just feels like a nice little secluded area. You'll go through the like wilderness to get here, and this is where their little homes are. So a lady reached out to Northern Jack, Market Garden Jack reached out to him when they kind of heard what he was doing and setting up this market garden, so he's letting them just have their little homes at the end of his garden. But honestly, my Jack, the Stone Life Jack, has been wanting to keep bees for, I'd say, about 10 years, so maybe this can be his little entrance into the hobby.
I am getting eaten alive by midges.
I know, they're everywhere. You can see them.
Yeah. Did you see the bees?
I showed them the bees.
You saw the bees?
I told them that it's something that you've been wanting to do for about 10 years.
Yeah, can we get bees on a boat? That's probably not a good idea. But
I don't think the neighbours will be too happy.
I'd love to do a bit of beekeeping. That'd be just what a brilliant job that would be. This is probably one of my favourite parts of the garden, because you can hear the river trickling, well not trickling, but flowing on past. So there's a river that runs down there, and then that's the canal next to it. It's probably why there's so many midges around, to be honest with you. But one thing that they have done, Jack's colleague Rob has built this incredible system which like pumps the water, the river water, up from the river down there and all the way up the blue pipe that goes up to the top of the garden, and then that can irrigate the beds as it comes down. It's very clever, but they've done it without like any electricity being involved. It works just on like the water pressure building up, and then it kind of like squirts up the hill. Honestly, when it was explained to me how it works, it went whew. Been here for about 10 minutes and already being put to work. I think we need to go and pick some chard for the restaurant that Jack grows for, so I'm going to head down here and see what we need to do. I'm a little bit worried about my footwear of choice for today, because I forgot this is the north of England where it rains a lot, and canvas shoes, probably not the one. I better make sure that we've got the right bit before I start just harvesting randomly. So this is the chard, yeah?
Yes, this is the chard.
Right. Just think it's got the most beautiful colours. We've got these incredible like strawberry lace red stems, and we've got the beautiful oranges over here. It's such a beautiful plant. So we're going to pick some of this today, and we're going to take it down to the restaurant a little bit later on.
Down to the restaurant in not too long, and then yeah, hopefully be on pizzas by about 3 o'clock this afternoon.
How cool is that? I just think that's wicked. Do we know what they do with it once we get it down to the restaurant?
I know they saute it. That's all I can tell you.
It's top secret.
Top secret, that'll do.
How much have we got to get picked?
2 kilograms.
How many boxes is that?
About 3.
Okay, how long have we got to do that in?
20 minutes.
We better get picking. And it's got such a good flavour as well. It's almost slightly kind of salty.
Salty, definitely, yeah. You don't
Yeah.
have much to add in there, do you?
No, and it's got such a lovely flavour. I think it's one of those vegetables that's really underused as well. I'm not sure if I am cut out of this market gardening lark. Just keep on munching as I go around. Jack's just headed up there to go and sort something out with his van, but whilst he's doing that, I know he said not to, but I just can't resist. Pea pods just look absolutely delicious, don't they? So I think it's best just to try one just in case, just see how the harvest is getting on. So I think this one looks pretty good. There we go. It's not so easy doing this one-handed holding the camera, but that's so refreshing. Even the pods taste great.
But you stop eating them.
He's doing all the real work here. Do you want a pee?
Thank you.
I made a right mess of it.
Lovely. What a treat, eh? Thanks.
Now that we've picked a load of the chard, we're gonna sow a few more, so there's plenty more to supply throughout the rest of the summer. It's a fairly quick growing plant though, right, chard?
Yeah, it should be about 7 or 8 weeks and we should be able to start harvesting it again. So this will carry on growing, then this will come in when this is slowly starting to stop, so trying to manage it all.
Yeah. So we've got to plant all of this little row and then it's time for deliveries. I think I've covered in all the seeds properly. Hopefully. Be good to come back in 3 weeks, 4 weeks when this starts to, properly come back and just see the little patch that we planted. It's just so lovely though, isn't it? I don't know if you can hear the chickens that are crowing over there, but what a beautiful spot. Right on cue. Mabel, here, come on. Mabel, here. Come on. Good cow. Jack is going to go and drop off the chard and some chicory that we picked to the restaurant, which is a place called Anello. It's the most amazing pizzeria in a place called Slough. And honestly, check out their Instagram, check out their pizzas and go along for a meal because it is one of the best pizzas that I have ever had. So he's going to go and do that, and whilst he's off delivering, I'm going to go get the fire. See you later. I'm going to go get the fire pit lit because we're going to do a bit of cooking.
also having chard for tonight's dinner, so I am cutting some from here where we are taking it about 5 steps over there to cook it on top of the fire. So we're having buttery chard on homemade flatbreads with some cottage cheese, maybe some peas, and maybe some herbs from the herbarina. I think that might be Mabel and Jack back. We're also cooking up for some friends tonight, so go say hi.
Oh, lovely. Thank you for that. Peas look delicious. We'll pick a few of these and we'll just cook them straight over the fire. Sort of toss in a bit of olive oil and some sea salt. And then a few fresh pods. Should be really good. It's really lovely being able to do this. Just because whenever we get together, me and Jack just love cooking. It's kind of what we do for fun. And it's just amazing to have this space and the fire pit to be able to come out and just get a little bit creative with things. It's just a lovely way to be able to spend a bit of time together. These are going to taste great. Off to the herb garden. I think let's do some oregano. I think it's one of those things, isn't it? You just combine a load of herbs with some butter and a smoky flavour from the fire, and it should just all sort of work together, shouldn't it? I'll be okay. I've got my special seat here, look. Great, this is surprisingly comfortable. This one. The colour's lovely. Good day. Wow.
Good day.
Don't get some involved.
Your flatbread's really good. Lovely. It's delicious. And the chard, you can really taste like the herbs coming through.
Nice.
Yeah, like the mint and the fennel and dill and everything. It's beautiful. It's really lovely.
I could have a bit of salad.
That's lovely.
You happy?
Nice chicken.
Oh, you've gone wrap, have you?
I've gone wrap.
It's just been such a gorgeous evening, and this little spot is so lovely because you can clamber up here and you get a view the whole of the market garden. Also, whilst walking up here, we spotted 2 kingfishers just darting over the weir as well, which is just so beautiful. That's probably it for this week's video. If you want to follow along with Jack's journey, setting up his market garden, I'll leave the link for his Instagram down below in the description, and also the link for the restaurant that he grows for, their Instagram as well. I'll pop that down in the description. And if you want to come along with our journey, living on the narrowboat, and more alternative living videos like this, it'll be amazing if you could tap subscribe.
And we've also got an account on Ko-fi. If you'd like to buy us a coffee, then we will put the link in the description below. It helps us keep making videos like this. And thank you to everybody who has bought us a coffee so far, because you are incredibly generous and we really, really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we will see you next time. Bye.
That's great.